So the interesting thing, mistake people make is when they buy the property, they don't insure it. So very important is when you buy this property, make sure you get property insurance on that thing right out of the gate. Okay. And the reason you're going to put property insurance on it is because, like, what if you buy it and it burns down? Or what if you buy it and somebody slips on that property and then they go and they try to sue you, right? So things like that are always important to pay attention and to do. So there's a company called Farmer Brown Insurance, and basically they will insure your tax deed properties for you. So don't make that mistake before. Don't make that mistake of buying a property and then not insuring it. Now, another mistake people make is they buy property that might have been, maybe it's a vacant piece of land, or maybe it's a lot in town, and maybe there was something like a dry cleaner or a paint or auto body shop, or maybe it was a gas station at some point. So you always want to make sure to go ahead and check any environmental issues on that property, because the last thing you want to do is buy something and then you find out that, like, the thing is contaminated and things like that. Okay. So the next thing you want to do is be looking for different type. You want to make sure everybody on title has been notified. Now, this is important because when you buy a tax deed, the way that you get this property free and clear of all mortgages is the fact that the government and the local county has notified everybody on the chain of title. So this is why tax deeds are amazing, is because of the fact that you get them free and clear, right? So you get it free and clear as long as the county has done their proper notification processes. So let's say there's a first mortgage, a mechanic's lien, or a sister or a brother on the property who might have had a claim to it. And then what's going to happen is we want to make sure that the county has notified them, and they have to basically send a notification to say, hey, pay the property taxes. You have an interest. If you don't pay your property taxes by this date, you're going to get wiped out on the property and it will be sold for the back taxes. Now, most of the time, the county does this correctly. However, sometimes they actually fail to notify the people correctly. Now, generally, what will happen in this situation is the fact that when this happens, sometimes they'll reverse the sale, sometimes they'll refund you. However, your money can be tied up for a long time if that person comes back and they say, oh, wait a minute, I wasn't notified of the liens and encumbrances on this property. It went to sale. So you need to make sure of that as well.